Non-league matchup. It is a Division I matchup, though. It's Essex as they get introduced out on the Alumni Field in a brilliant sunshine. And the golden voice of Ken Nelson, who does all the soccer boys and girls here in the PA system, does a great job. But it's Rutland girls being put to the test tonight as they're going to take on Essex. And Rutland has played very well this year, has a good record. They have played quite a few Northern teams this year. It's very nice to see a Northern powerhouse finally come down to Alumni Field during the regular season. And we'll get the introduction now of the Raiders starters. Then we're going to have the national anthem sang live tonight by junior Rutland High School, Anna Baker. That's always cool that somebody sing the national anthem live. Well, they look ready to go. And they'll come out there, they appear.
Number 13, Sweeney Herbert. Number 14, Paul Chen. Number 15, Emily Bond. Number 19, Morgan Chivo. Number 21, Kayla Boucher. Number 24, Megan Bonji. Goalkeeper, Claire Moss. Number 10, Captain Alyssa Roy. Number 18, Captain Heidi Robbins. Number 23, Captain Pat McGrath. And the rest of the Rutland Raiders. Rutland is coached by Laura McClellan, assisted by Mike Coppinger. Would you please now rise as our national anthem today will be performed by Rutland High School junior Anna Baker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glares of the bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A beautiful job singing the national anthem. Ken Nelson and I have goosebumps up here. I always prefer a live version over a CD or a tape, and boy, big test for Rutland tonight. You see Mike Kinsler, who coached this Rutland girls program several years ago, did a nice job building it up. Lori McClellan taking it over and doing a great job since. But tell you, Essex Rutland met in the semifinals last year, and it was Essex with a 3-0 win that sent the Raiders' season to an end in the playoffs, and it'll be Essex in their blue and gold uniforms, Rutland in their white tops, red bottoms, and in net, Claire Moss for Rutland and Caitlin Spaeth for Essex. A lot of anticipation right now for the Raiders, and I'm sure it's anticipation to survive the first 10 minutes and see that, hey, we can play with them. And that really is the key tonight for Rutland. Don't play intimidated. Don't play back on your heels. Use your speed. Be offensive. You know, don't be so risky defensively, but be offensive. Take some chances. As we see, Essex will have the first offensive touch. It's 40-minute halves, overtime if necessary, and we're good to go. Rutland girls been away for a week and a half, but they're home on their home field, and a sparse crowd. I thought maybe with Essex coming to town, we'd see things a little more packed. That was Chen to Roy, and Roy's one of the captains, number 10, and nice fight for the ball. Looking back to Laurel Chen. She wants to send the ball. One thing they'll find, Blonji with the touch. Down the middle. Jibo breaking in. Somehow got on sides behind the defense. Got a bad angle, though, and she'll kick it through the end. Nice job defensively not to let Jibo turn in and funnel toward the front of the goal mouth. And we'll have our first. Well, I'm going to give that a scoring chance. You know, they didn't generate a shot on net, but Rutland able to find a seam and send Jibo down through it. We'll have a kick by Spaeth now. Goal kick coming up for Essex, and it is a brilliant sun right now. It'll disappear in about a half hour. It'll be under the lights, but for right now, Spaeth will be the goalie having to deal with the sun. Claire Moss getting the start down there for Rutland. She's done a good job, as has Mallory Mollison. Rutland with possession. They want to drop it down in the corner. You see Blonji trying to get the outside route, and she wants to take it around the corner, and it's taken back by Essex. So Hornets and the Raiders tonight on Channel 15 Sports. Kayla Boucher will come over and pick the ball up. Now I'm looking for the... There are some ball girls down there. Kayla Boucher's had a very solid effort this year for Coach McClellan, and she'll just go to the throw, short throws. Everything was marked, and Roy... She's very strong. She's not the largest person in the world, but she's extremely strong for her size. I think that surprises a lot of her opponents. A ton of speed, though, and good instincts and skills. And that was a touch by Boucher. And they'll come back. Roy with the ball from Chen. And see two defenders come. And Roy right now, a lot of dribbling, but not a lot of movement going forward. And that's to Chen. And there's a seam again. And they'll go to the middle of the field. And that's where things happen. And the touch will come back. And it'll be too long for Leah Houston to get. And she'll have time and space to work with to go get it. And a nice step over maneuver. Goes to the right foot and will drive the ball up through. Blonji on sides. And the kick. And to goal by Megan Blonji! The Raiders will get on top 1-0 over Essex on what is their second good break-in. They found the seam, got the pass, and Megan Blonji drove it through Spaeth's hands and into the back of the net for a 1-0 Rutland lead with just 2 minutes and 4 seconds having been played here in the first half. Rutland already playing not only Essex, but they played Spalding and Colchester, also some more northern teams. They've beaten Middlebury, which is almost northern. And that's Jibo. Nice job of forcing the action back by Jibo. So the Raiders will strike first, and that'll be out of play. And I think it's going to be a Rutland throw as they come up on that far side.
By number 24, Megan Blonji.
And it's official.
By number 6, Leah Houston.
Houston got the beautiful pass. Nice touch on it. Slid it through the seam. So Houston with the assist and Blonji with the goal. And Megan Blonji now starting to rack up the goals here in her first year playing varsity soccer with Coach McClellan. That's bodied down. And Essex looking to get their feet kind of settled down on the ground here and get the attack going. Size-wise, team-wise, Essex a much larger physical team. And being a northern team, they also like to probably to play more physical. Be the Raiders with the throw on the far side. Now see if Rutland, which I thought would be their task would be to see if they can just kind of play solid the first 10 minutes and level off and say, hey, we can play with these guys. Now it's a matter of can they, at some point Essex has got to start to play Essex ball, and Rutland will come off their high of being on the home field under the lights against last year's defending state champs. And Robbins will have to bring the ball forward. 2 yards. They're very picky unit. Oh, that's a skidding stop-start right there, and whether that was planned or not, it threw me off because I followed the ball. It didn't appear, and Robbins able to get the ball to Roy. She'll long toe it, save it, walk the sideline, pass it through, and get it to Chen. Chen will split the double team, go back, get the ball. Chen fighting through a couple of Hornets right there, and it's going to be Rutland driving the ball down in that far corner. Well, kick can go out of bounds. We'll have an Essex throw. It'll take place right down in this near sideline. 19 Lauren Bronegg out there with the heave, and nice step up. Good challenge defensively. That was Kayla Boucher, who did a good job of coming up and just, again, contesting the throw-ins, contesting the turf, and not giving the nice chance for Essex to settle and turn and come up field with the offense. And that must have hit the line because we have a whistle on the play, and Essex will gain about 20-25 yards on the throw. And everything marked long again. They're going to try to slide it down, let them run around and take the corner. And Boucher in good position, and Boucher right there with the toe on the ball will drive it out. We'll have Essex just keep working the ball down the field, 10-15 yards at a time. 2 minutes, 4 seconds into the game. Megan Blonji got Rutland up 1-0. The assist went to Leah Houston, number 6. There's the cross to the middle of the field, and that's the danger spot. And Moss will come out and get on top of the ball, and we'll have our first punt of the night. As we could see on the Rutland chances, it's when you let from the top of the box in the middle of the field open up, that's where you kind of get in trouble. Try to push everything to the outside, and even if they get a cross coming over, you're still in better shape. And there's that Robinson. She takes the push, keeps her bounce, the corner, and the shot will come into Moss. And again, it's a matter of how the refs are going to let the game be played tonight, too. If they'll let that physical play like that continue, which is fine, as long as you're consistent, that will definitely be something that favors Essex. If it's a more hands-off game, you kind of think that would kind of level the field toward the Raiders. But right now, it's 1-0 Rutland. Again, Anna Baker singing the national anthem tonight live here in front of the home fans at Alumni Field, and it was a great rendition. And we're going to have an offside call, and that'll be the first offsides of the contest. It was on Essex, as they'd stretched it out, and it was Browning who was over, and now we'll have Robbins come up, and she's been kicking the ball extremely well. I was told before the start of the game that the field is a little soggy, a little wet, so we'll see how the footing is on the plant foot to kick. That was a low line drive that went to Chen, and Chen, I know we're only 6 minutes in the game, but she's played extremely well here very early. As we've gone to the 6-minute played mark, 34 minutes left. Again, overtime works this way in a regular season. It's golden goal, which means basically it's sudden death. And another offside call. This time it's Mike Kinsler with the call on the opposite side, and Rutland will take the kick. Leah Houston bringing it up to the football 15-yard line. And it looks like Leah will take the kick herself. So Houston, who's got an assist tonight, getting ready to get a nice job. See, she wanted Aaron at the ball like that, so if one of her teammates get a header or nudge it forward or run underneath it. Blondie claps down defensively, and kick came back, and Boucher with the touch. And that goes out from the back. That's Bonig for Essex, and they'll just send the ball to the side to Chen. And Chen, little turf to work with. We'll give it to Emily Bond. She wanted to drag that reverse pivot back around, and defense had nothing to do with that as they took it away. And it's going to go up over the top, and now Robbins has got to get back. And boy, a nice bounce for Rutland. That kind of threw the timing of the play off. McGrath back there, Kat McGrath, number 23, and Boucher, 21, as they were playing that diamond back there, and they got back in good position as far as really not giving up the middle of the box. We'll have the throw by the Hornets. Been a nice tempo to the game to open things up here, and it should be really with the two programs on the field tonight. You've got a lot of skill out there. Oh, nice bringing the ball back in. She wants to go to the cross on the front foot, and it's lobbed up, and Moss will have no problem, as Claire Moss had nobody coming in on her. She got a good look at the ball, made the catch, and big start for the young underclassmen for Rutland. Like I said, they've been working different goalies with Mollison and Claire Moss. Erica Sen out there, number 9, doing a good job also for Essex, being able to get down on the attack on a couple different chances now. Roy, of course, it's like any soccer game. It's whoever is going to control the middle of the field will control play. 90% of the time, if you control the middle of the field, you'll end up winning the soccer game. Right now, Rutland's been able to transition, link up the middle of the field to the box very nicely as Chen there gets to the middle, and that's popped up. Jibo on the follow-up, couldn't get through the body of the Essex defender. The ball will come down, and Roy. Again, a lot more space than what I anticipated. Essex kind of sagging back, and Rutland taking advantage of that. And will this be a corner? No, it's going to be a goal kick. I wasn't sure if it went off the Essex Hornet player defensively, number 3, Hennessy, or not, but we will have a goal kick coming up now with 31.5 minutes left in the first half. On Soccer Tonight, it's a feature presentation on Channel 15, PEGTV. We've seen the Loisel tournament, which kicked off the boys from Rutland, their home schedule, and they won that over Mill River in a very good championship game. 3-1 was the final score. Rutland with the win, and they'll recapture the Loisel tournament championship. And they'll wrap the ball back around, but again, a Raider right there, and they'll play a little give and go, and they'll dump it down in the corner, and it's going to have enough English to stay in. No, it's going to kick and roll on the ground and come out of bounds. That was Roy who delivered the pass, and Essex with a long throw, and good settle. See, Rutland, they're doubling on the ball. And there's Bond, they should give it back, and Roy, a little bit too much of a lead on the ball for Roy to get to it, and that'll go up over the top, hit out of bounds, and Kayla Boucher, who's handled a lot of the throws this year, will take this one right near midfield. By the time she releases the ball, it's close enough to midfield for me. And Roy reached up with the trap, and she wants to spin off the defender, and she found a little seam to get the ball through, but it was past Gibo. They got Gibo pretty well marked after the initial rush she took down the middle of the field. And again, McGrath taking the angle. Now she'll retreat and get back into position defensively. Nice job by McGrath, keeping it outside. There's the help from Robbins, and she'll steer it to the corner. And what she's doing right there, not only is a steal, but she wanted to go through the inline and become a corner kick. And we played 10 minutes, and it's flown by. Essex, down deep in their offensive end, will take the throw on that far side near Woodstock Avenue here at Alumni Field. Now, if you need information about Rutland sports, you can go to 773-1962, and they'll have the hotline, the sports hotline. And this is a corner now for Essex, first corner of the game for the Hornets. And what you do is push option 2 after you dial 773-1962, and it'll tell you that day's activities, whether it's field hockey or soccer or whatever, and where it's playing, what time. And there's the serve of the ball, and it never had a chance. Never came back around in front of the net. It started off bad, ended bad, and we're under 29.5 minutes left to go in the first half. And that means Robbins will put the ball down near side of the box and get set to put the play in action. Everything marked long right now for Rutland, and just again, it could be the conditions of the ball being wet, slid out the side of her foot, but that really shortens the field for Essex as they'll take over and get the throw around the football 20-yard line. Nice step up. Robbins more than made up for it on that. Blongy, who's got the goal, giving chase, and that will force Essex to turn, and it's going to be out of bounds off from Chen, and no, it's out of bounds prior to Chen, and so it'll be a throw for Rutland. And Boucher coming up now, 21. Kayla, the older Boucher sibling. Ashley, her sister, been nursing a quad injury, and it's hurt Rutland's offense. She's a very good offensive player, and this is going to be Gibo. Now see, letting them push her back, and that's fine as long as they're consistent. That really fits Essex style of play right there. And Robbins will watch it kick and go out of bounds, and she'll get set as Boucher will come in behind now, and she'll take the throw. Rutland scored in the first 2 minutes, 4 seconds of this contest. And Chen will come across to Bond, and Bond's done a great job of controlling and running that offense from the middle of the field this year for the Raiders. She's chipped in some goals, some pretty goals. And again, see Robbins trying to get back there. She's hustling. She's trying to take the inside route and the kick. And nice save by Moss. Picks it up, and nice rush. That was Shannon Hennessy that came down the field. And that's that Essex speed right there as they were able to get past Robbins, even though she took the inside route, which made the shot come at a better angle for the goalie. And that was just good thinking on Robbins' part. But Claire Moss coming up with a big save again. She's had a couple beauties already here early, and that never made it down to that open corner. It'll come back to the 40-yard line, picked up by Essex, gets by Roy on the kick, and now they will turn, and this is Hennessy the other way. Oh, nice stop. Brings it back inside and couldn't drive it. She was trying to get a little more air under the ball right there and drive it down through the middle of the field for a through ball. Got an offside. Third offside of the game on Essex here. And they'll give Rutland the free kick with 27 minutes to go. And they're going to have Houston come over, and Leah Houston. The refs are very fussy on this. They'll bring the ball over another 2 yards. And now Houston, who's got the assist on the goal by Blongy. Okay, nice lift, and going to be out of play before it can even happen. We'll have the Hornets in the blue uniforms take the throw. And just about 15-20 minutes, that sun won't be a problem anymore, and we'll be in the lights, and everybody loves to play under the lights. And it's a good step up. Robbins way up the field, wanting to go to Bond, and pass a tad long. Now they're going to come back out. And here's Essex. They want to get their spacing and their gapping, and they did right there as the ball will reject out, come to Hennessy. Now the defensive mark will come up, and they'll go backwards to go forwards. So she'll stutter step, and there it is, a beautiful pass. That's Herbert. Herbert's got a ton of speed, and now she's ready to become a corner. Did it go off from? Looks like they're setting up for a corner. And it will be Essex with a corner. As that went off from Jamie Herbert. Now Herbert, I started to say, you think of her more offensive skills because she'll get that long home run pass right underneath it and just burn away from the defense. But I think out here now, tonight, they're using her speed to get back and more to aid the defense. So a big second corner coming up with 25:46 left on the clock for Essex. Their first corner, remember, they didn't get the serve out in front of the net, and kind of happens on your first couple corners. So you get into the game, but now they're 15 minutes in, 14 and a half to be exact. And Rutland with a change defensively, and that's what the holdup is, as they brought Herbert out and brought Ashley Boucher in. There's the serve. It's in a good spot, and it's in the back of the net. It's a corner and a score, and I believe it's Hennessy, number 7. And again, it was just perfectly placed over the outstretched hands of Claire Moss, the goalie, and Hennessy just used her knee, actually, sent it in. We got a 1-1 game. So the second corner becomes a golden moment and a goal for Essex as number 7, Shannon Hennessy. So Schindler 9 and Boucher 11 in the game for Rutland. Now that's Jibo standing there along with Blanche, and they'll get this going. So Rutland all tied up with Essex now. And they'll go backwards to Bond, a little bit of the field to work with, and Roy run through. Almost got tripped up and go over the top. They'll take a Raider bounce, runs deeper down inside the offensive end, and now Essex kind of settling down, settling in. I don't know if they had bust legs or the national anthem just kind of gave them too many goosebumps and teardrops, and they couldn't see to concentrate either. But right now, see, Rutland's initial adrenaline rush is kind of over, and Essex initial shock of falling behind 1-0 so quick is kind of over.
Goal scored by number 7, Shannon Hennessy.
The Hennessy's officially the goal scorer. And Bonfigley, who had a big game in the playoffs against Rutland, will get the assist. And that'll come down. And now, remember how Raiders had 2 people on the ball early in the game and there wasn't a lot of space to work with? Look at the turf now all of a sudden opening up, and that shot's going to be low, and it's going to be in, and it's going to be easily handled by Claire Moss with 24-24 to go in the first half of play. 1-1, Essex Rutland, and top soccer action tonight. Roy came across the steal and actually just overplayed the ball, and this is going to be sent in. Oh boy, walking in, picking a corner, and just miskicked it. How could they get so open? The Raiders defenders way up in the box, and that opened. It was a beautiful pass, so just the right touch on it. And Moss actually came out very aggressively to the top of the box to take away the angle, and that could have aided in trying to go to that far corner to get around Moss. But the Raiders dodged a bullet there with just a tad under 24 minutes ago in Houston, taking a lot of the kicks tonight. Remember how Rutland had good offensive chances early. They're playing a little bit back on their heels right now and sagging back defensively. It's going to be off from the head and to the foot, and Jibo sending it forward, and it goes in on the offensive side of midfield now for Rutland. Jibo just a step late to get there, and that's going to drop. And again, Essex able to see the person breaking toward the middle of the field. The mark's late getting there, and McGrath, oh, good job. Going to have a corner, but she'll take that over a break-in, and it'll be the second corner, or third corner of the game now. Essex scoring on their second corner. Mike Kinsler, Randy Dewey, the officials for tonight's contest. And you can see the flag, just ever so slight movement in it. The wind really not a factor right now. It's Essex seeing how they work the corner here. If they go right at the post, and Claire Moss this time, no problem. They really didn't. They wanted to come out about 5 yards further in front from where they did.
Number 21, Haley Egan.
A high punt by Moss, and the field short and turned it right back into offense. And Robbins this time got a good inside angle, and they're going to try to cross the ball, and it'll be a play through the inline, and it'll be a cold kick for Rutland. It looks like Houston's going to stick around and take it, number 6. So for some reason, they started off with Robbins on the kicks. Now they're going to have Houston take it, and she's been doing a good job tonight. Watch, she's been averaging 25, 35 yards on her kick, but she's been getting some air on it and some carry on it. And hopefully she can make that continue tonight on this kick. And again, not a bad job. Little header aided it to go forward, and Jibo was marked well, and she had no space to work with. And Bond came up and made the challenge on the step up. And now this is Roy, and Blanche, again, they want to take the inside away, and that's just what they did. And we have a 4th offside call now on Essex. Now 1-1 game with 21:49 to go. We'll see Robbins, one of the captains, go and retrieve the ball, and they'll bring it out until the official tells her where they're happy with the mark, and that's where she'll kick the ball. So everybody's set and everybody's satisfied. Now Robbins. That's pretty decent though. It's not bad. And look at the Raiders and the Essex Hornets. Everybody kind of gathered around that. Blangy to the middle of the field to Bond. Just missed her by about a toe and a half. And that's going to be driven, and they'll make the connection. And this time that's going to have enough English where it'll kick and spin and be out of play. And now we'll have the throw by the Raiders. And that looks like Schindler, number 9, will take the throw. She checked in about 5 minutes ago, and that'll be off from Blangy out of bounds. And Essex will turn around and just get things going the other way. Nice tempo. Each team wanting to get the ball and get it going. Schindler with the bump, lost the position, trying to bust through the middle, and Essex lost the ball, and there's the through kick, and it stays in bounds. And now Schindler will beat her to the ball, settled down by Blangy. She wants to come down to the center, and there it is. Looking for Jibo. Oh! The defender really didn't get the juice on the ball, but Jibo overran it enough where she couldn't recover to get back to it. And Houston through the middle. This time they've got that pretty well marked. Essex saw that twice early in the first 2 to 3 minutes of the game, but that's not there anymore. And Jibo to Blangy. Blangy playing a little give and go in the middle, and that's going to be dropped over. Chen's fast, but not that fast. She won't be able to get there and get that. And we shall have a goal kick for Essex. And Corey Jibo, number 2, checking into the game now for Rutland, as Spaeth will get set. Now, it's been a long time since Spaeth has seen some action. She saw some good quality chances, like I said, in the first 3 minutes, but Essex has kind of tipped the field offensively. There's a great center pass. Look at the speed coming down through Houston. Boy, Rutland's going to have to play a little more conservative back, and 2-1 Essex. And that will become number 10's goal, Bonfigli. And she will make it 2-1 Essex. And again, the Raiders, not lack of speed, but on the back line, but just overmatched speed-wise with Essex. They're going to have to be kind of hedged that way defensively. So after being down 1-0, being down 1 to Rutland, and come back with 2 unanswered goals themselves. Well, this is really the moment to me right now with 19:50 left. We've just gotten 10 seconds under the halfway point. And I think we're going to do a restart here. Randy Dewey blowing the whistle just on the touch-up, and yeah. Not really sure why, but Randy wants this, and this is what we'll do. He's the official, so. Well, Rutland doesn't want to get behind 3-4 to 1. They want to keep it 2-1 or tie this up at 2-2. Go back to what they were doing early. Which is easy to say, hard to do.
Assisting on that last goal was number 5, Natalie Leclerc.
And Natalie Leclerc now has been given an assist on that goal by Bonfigli. And on the whistle, it's going to be Rutland as Hennessy called for the infraction. That'll be a throw. That'll be a kick, I'm sorry. Oh, they're going to change it, okay. Well, she pleaded her case and got the call, and now we'll have the kick coming up for the Hornets. And to tell you, Hornets with a nice contingent of fans here. Oh yeah, that's what they want. They want it in over the top, and boy, takes a great bounce and a cleanup. Nice job cleaning up that ball back. There's Essex. We tried to go over the top with that long ball and came within an inch of making that a great scoring opportunity. Corey Jibo, number 2, gets it down to Blangy, and she'll wrap it around, and then she'll try to get to the ball through a couple of Hornets, and they'll force. Blangy will force the kick outside, and well, looking for a throw. And Corey Jibo was looking to go to Blangy. That was well played, and then the step around. Blangy on the ball takes a bump, goes out of bounds. Should be a white throw, and we're going to have Schindler, number 9, come out onto the field to pick it up as the ball girl overshot her by a little bit. And Schindler, boy, not a lot of choices there as everybody's marked up short. And there is the kick, and again, they're starting to overload certain areas of the field, Essex said. Yes, and that's why these passes, and it's going to be blue throw. Schindler trying to steal one there. You got to give her credit. And that's going to stay in play for Robbins. She'll let Hennessy come to her, and then she'll step around her, and Hennessy had Essex first goal. Played some good defense out there, Robbins. Everything came to an abrupt halt. Robbins will stay up, and she goes 5-10, and then a few fancy moves, and she was looking for it. Blangy gets it forward, and will she have time? Pass across, and Bond was marked, but it'll be a corner, I believe, for Rutland. It's been a while, but they did a nice rush down the field, got it into the top of the box, down the center, and we're going to have a corner coming up for the Raiders with 17 minutes to go in the first half, and Bond to serve it up. Looking for the tying goal here. Essex themselves have already scored on 1 corner tonight. And boy, Rutland with a different look right there. Alignment-wise, Oh, she came under the ball and knew it. She was looking for Roy to break down. Roy did fight through momentarily and got a piece of the ball, but Corey G-Ball going back to Bond, using his long legs like a reach advantage, able to wrap the ball around, and going to be a blue throw on the whistle. I thought they might have gave it to the Raiders, but that was an unusual play. Oh, they want her to take the ball out. Okay, it looks like it's just firing the ball in her teammate on the throw. So Essex with the ball on the throw and the lead, all in one sentence. That goes off from the leg of Blondie, stays in play. They try to work it down the sideline to turn the kick and out of bounds, and should have the Raiders picking it up, and that's what we're going to have. And the throw by Rutland. Again, well marked, headed up, and Leah Houston was going to gamble on it, but then she saw that it was Hennessy. You don't want to get too close to the point where Hennessy can turn and go by you with her speed. Hennessy, a very, very good soccer player for the Hornets. And McGrath, see how she approached and backed off. She was going to play the angle more there, which is the right thing to do. And they'll let him play through that. It really wasn't a handball. Now come in, and Houston wants to just wipe it clean. Yep. When in doubt, kick it out, and that's what she's supposed to do. Just get it wide and out, let her teammates come down, remark on the throw. And for Essex, number 15 coming down, she'll handle the throw. That's McMahon. So McMahon having to wait as they brought subs in. Yeah, the whistle blew, and she's got to wait for the subs to come in and get set with 15:20 left in a 2-1 first half. Essex with the lead, and Gibo came out and bodied up, and that's going to not have enough hook to come back around in front of the net, and it'll become Rutland with the goal kick, and Leah Houston looking for a ball. And no, she's going to give it back, and okay, so we're going to have Emily Bond come back and take the kick. So they started with Robbins, went to Houston, now they'll have Bond take the kick. And Laurel Chen back in the game, number 14, after a brief rest on the Rutland sideline. And so Bond, good lift. Nice pick out of midair there by Essex. To Robbins, Hennessy just, she's got size and speed, now be pooched in, and nice grab by Claire Moss. But Hennessy's big enough to be physical and intimidate you, but she's also fast enough, if you get too close to her, where she can burn you and go by. And Boucher went to make the turn, lost it out of play off from a Essex player's foot, and Rutland will have the throw. And again, they're going to have to wait for the subs to come in. You see Randy Dewey holding the action up, and now Schindler with the throw. Julia White checking in for Rutland. That'll be out of play. You see the blanket out on the bench. It's cool, but not quite that cool yet. But when that sun does go down, it's going to be a soccer weather night tonight, or at least New England soccer. And I'm thinking blue throw. You're waiting for a call. No, we'll have White while the Raiders throw with 13:46 to go. Actually, it's going to be a foul. It'll be a kick for Rutland. Robbins line driving it and puts it right into Boucher's breadbasket, and then she lost control of it. It'll come off, and Essex now will turn and again, send it down that vacated corner, try to beat to the ball and turn the corner to get the cross. That'll be Robbins who got there defensively and kicked the ball out of bounds. So Essex doing a nice job of withstanding that first initial 4 to 5 minutes of Rutland pressure. They did give up the one goal, and that's going to be from McGrath and out of playoff from, I believe, Hennessy of Essex. And we'll have a kick coming up. It looks like Bond's coming back again to take the goal kick for the Raiders.
Jamie Herbert returns to the Raiders lineup.
And Jamie Herbert, who started the game tonight, back in here for Rutland after a brief rest. And Bond, with 12:56 to go, got it to a teammate, got it to a head, and then it goes out of bounds. We'll have Essex take the throw, and they're going to have number 22, Stephanie Frank. See her right in front of the Raider bench there, gets set, and she had a teammate shuffle on during the exchange of change-ups there. And Essex in the dark blue uniforms, Raiders in their home whites. And boy, that was Robbins. Nice job. Little slide kick there and got it to Roy. She turns her pass too far. Blondie just a step late getting there. And number 5, LeClaire into the game for Essex. So the game that started off with a real bang for the Raiders. They haven't really sagged in, but they haven't been as open offensively as they were early. I'm sure Essex has an awful lot to do with that. See Herbert, she'll cross the inside, and this is going to give him an opening, and Claire Moss will have the save. But again, a risky play to back off the ball like that. I'm sorry about that. My tripod doesn't want to cooperate tonight. That ball will come down, and Bond will get it. Bond. Nice outside foot kick to Chen. The follow-up. Blocked down. Here comes Essex back on the attack, trying to slide the ball through Schindler. Got into position, and I've lost the whole thing. There we go, and that's going to be out of play, and I believe Essex will take the throw, and that's what's going to happen. Going to say wait for the subs to come in. That's Stephanie Frank right there.
Lauren Browning. And for the Raiders, number 21, Kayla Boucher.
21, Caleb Boucher back in for Rutland. Number 19, Browning back in for Essex. As Ken Nelson makes the call on the PA, and that'll take a skip, find some open turf, and Robbins has been extremely busy tonight. We'll send it up to midfield, and Julia White will turn and was looking to split the defense with that through ball. Julia White with a nice header, settled down by Roy. She'll bring the ball back, and a little stutter step forward, comes back to Bond. Bond wants to make the opening to the right foot side. Picked out of the air by Roy, gets to the inside, takes the bump, ball pops back. Bond will get there, a step late, as Essex able to come all the way back to get that ball. And Robbins, yep, smart play. Works it to the outside, gets to settle, and sends it back to midfield, and Essex has Blondie come over on that side of the field, knock the ball down, and Chen pressuring, and oh, what a step and dribble over by Essex. Bond. Now, she scored from long distance before. I'm not sure she felt she had a shot there. Her pass back to the middle, though, for Roy was picked up, and we're going to have a whistle, and we should have a kick coming up for Essex from the 40-yard line. We'll just see exactly, and well, they're going to bring up to the football 45, and that's where they'll take the kick. As the sun finally going back behind the mountain, that'll make it easier for me now to be able to see out there in that glare. We're at 9:45 to go in the first half of play in Essex. We had the kick. Boucher went up for it. Each player missed it, and that ball's going to pop free. Went up from Roy to Robbins down the far side, and this is going to be Blondie. Blondie with a little turf, takes a few dribbles, lays the pass out for Boucher. Ashley Boucher, who had a head of steam, wanted to cut to the inside, and it's just not there, and the ball kicked out of bounds away from her, and we'll have Rutland come up and take the throw.
Substitution number 3, Alyssa Pettiani.
As Alyssa Pettiani, number 3, will come in and take the throw. Now, she has a good throw. She has a nice deep lob. This time she'll go short. Everything was marked long, and Roy will step outside the pressure and go that side to Boucher. She wants to serve it up in the center of the box. Chen with the settle. Chen forward, and Blondie. Oh, save. Bobble picked up. Nice job by Spaeth to take away the short post, but a nice setup offensively for Rutland. They were just breath away from tying this thing up at 2 and see if that energizes their attack. As Herbert stepped up, now she'll reverse and come back, and there's the left foot set, and a nice job of controlling the ball and getting the kick, and that's what Robbins did nicely right there. Oh, I can't believe they're going to call that. It was pretty much both players went for the ball. That's going to be a Rutland throw-in. That was an excellent play by Robbins. 8.5 minutes to go, and that's just Julia White up in the air once. Chen so fast to the ball, too. She anticipates well. She's got some excellent soccer skills. Herbert can't get to that as that rolled away. Now becoming the Hornets with the throw. And all right out of midair, it just kept the ball going down. That's pretty good reach right there. And going to be blue throw. I had to wait for Mike Kinsler, see which way he called it, but we'll have a blue throw, and that means it's the Essex throw with 8 minutes even to go in the first half of what's been an excellent soccer game. Yeah, I came down on the, going to be Rutland taken back over here, and Essex go back on defense as Kayla Boucher. And now Morgan Gibo with some fresh legs after a nice break on the bench coming in. And it's been a nice rotation by Coach McClellan because she knows she's going to have people with some gas left in her tank in the second half of play. And Boucher was looking for Julia White. And that's going to be, should be a White throw. And Kayla Boucher will pick it up, and I think she's going to come up about 5-10 yards. Yeah, right there is where they're going to have the mark. That's where she'll take the throw. And 2-1 Essex. Rutland striking first on Blondie's goal. And that's going to be that long ball now from that point on the field. It's going to be a tough one to make happen. Well, Blondie heads it forward, misses it, takes the left foot, drives it through, race for the ball, goalie coming out. Spaeth will have it. As Chen was coming in on her. And on the whistle at midfield, we're going to have a kick coming up by the Hornets. I'm not quite sure the call, but I think it was a handball that came up. But Essex will take the kick, and that's going to be Bonfigley. Good, oh, great kick. Great kick, drops right in, takes a good Essex bounce, turn, fire, great save, Claire Moss! Oh, back that one down with 6.5 minutes to go. On an indirect kick, Clara Moss came up with a great save to keep it at a 1-goal deficit. Not only did she make the save, then she turned around and smothered it, so nobody could have the ball. Herbert with the foot trap will send the ball back to Boucher, and she'll just try to reconnect. And that's going to be off an Essex player, and Rutland will take the throw, and it'll be Kayla Boucher that will come up and take the throw. And again, the horn sounded as they're waiting for the sub to come in.
Essex substitution, number 26, Whitney Elliott.
And we're set to go with
Number 6, Leah Houston.
Leah Houston coming in to replace Herbert. So nice job by Herbert back out there on the field. And Rutland again had a good scoring chance just a few seconds ago. And Claire Moss coming up with a big save so that they didn't try one and give one away. And Chen to Bond. Oh, great reaction by Bond. In tight quarters, got it. Going to take a Rutland bounce, come down to Chen. She's going to go up and toward the net. She's going to skip and come into Spaeth. And never have a problem putting a shot on net because you just don't know what's going to happen. And Spaeth now will get set to punt in a 2-1 game. That is a low line drive, shortens the field. Julia White up, drops it in the box, and Spaeth will have to make sure she's got good hands. We'll just bull it out and get her offense going quickly. Nothing long, took it short, and not a bad move. There's a step up, ball takes a bounce for Essex. Then it's going to be Robbins coming over. She'll work it wide, and got an official whistling it down, and we're going to have a kick, and I'm trying to see what point of the field, the 40-yard line. Now this is about 5 yards closer from where Essex just struck their indirect kick on that beautiful lofting pass that they got their scoring chance off from. And I'll tell you, that's another beauty of a kick. Oh, headed up by a Raider, good play. Headed out by a Raider. It was Bond to Roy. Roy trying to follow it up to Chen. It was just a step late getting in the passing lane. And got an offside again. 5 offsides now with 4:29 to go on Essex in the first half, and that's fine. That shows they're an attacking, aggressive team. And Robbins got about 25-30 yards on a kick, but it was controlled by Essex, and Robbins will turn, not panic, realize she had time to make the play. We'll get it up to Blongi. Megan Blongi on the follow-up and pass back was soft. Blongi just chasing back and forth now. And good job cutting the ball back inside. That'll open up the straight on right foot kick. And now Robbins, this is where we get in trouble. And Robbins, oh, ball took a great bounce. Oh, what a bad break for Rutland. Yep, good shot. Hit the crossbar and went in. That was Natalie Leclerc. She'll get a goal. And now it is 3-1 Essex. But I mean, it's how the game goes. Some luck involved, some skill involved there, but it was a great bounce as it looked like Rutland's going to be able to race the ball, and it just hit the back of the Raider foot and rested right in place for a perfect kick. Not much Moss could really do. It was just like a penalty kick, actually, for Moss.
Goal scored by number 5, Natalie Leclerc.
So Leclerc for Essex with a goal and an assist tonight. And now it's super important for the Raiders to keep this at least just 3-1 going into the half. And they're looking to go back to Chen. That was Leah Houston, and that ball's going to be out of play. And Kayla Boucher and the Raiders like to strike late here in the first half. They got the first goal of the game by Megan Blongi, and now they've given up 3 unanswered goals. So they're looking for a high handball, and the kick coming up for Rutland. That's a doable thing here. This is from the 45. I think they should have gave her another yard or two, but Roy looking for the hook, couldn't get the ball to turn in, and that's going to be out from the back of the Essex player. The follow-up, and should be another Rutland kick on the foul. They're at the 25 now, going right at the ball, at the box. Oh, she couldn't stay onside. Yeah, she was trying. She was trying, but she couldn't stay onside. And so the first offside on Rutland tonight will cost them possession here. We'll have a kick by Spaeth with 2:46 to go in the first half. They've seen Essex score 3 unanswered goals to take a 3-1 lead over Rutland. To White, and they'll come back to Houston. She wants to just pooch it through, and she's looking to make the connection down inside to Blongi. That was well marked this time by Essex. That's Chen stepping up in front, making a steal, giving the ball back, And coming through and defended up and over the top to midfield. And it's going to bounce, hit, and Petiani right there. And Petiani staying shoulder to shoulder and blue throw. Nice job by Petiani right there, playing physical, playing tough. As we'll have the throw on the far side of Alumni Field. Watching PEGTV, channel 15.
Substitution number 11, Carly Fleming.
Located in building 24 at the House Center, and then will be sent to the far side. And you can see Jibo. Since that opening attempt by Jibo, or touch, it was a. They've had her pretty well marked up now. And now the throw will go short, and Houston will pick it up. And then the pressure by the Raiders, and Essex able to squeeze the ball out between the two Rutland players, and that's a good job by Robbins staying with it, bringing it wide, and should be blue ball, and that's what we will have with 1:25 to go in the half, and Essex with the ball in the lead, and that's going to be a nice job by, I believe that was Petiani, and it was. She got a header on it and drove the ball out on that far side, almost in front of the Raider bench by the time they released the throw, and it'll go down to Robbins, and she'll just try to pooch it out, and it didn't make it. Now she'll have to get in position. Now she'll drive the ball out. And with 1 minute to go, it'll be a throw for Essex, but they're down deep in the Raider end. They're going to come back. Jibo in good position will head the ball back to Roy, and Roy will set it forward and look for Blongi. She was stepped in front of, ball taken away. We're down to 44 seconds and counting here in the first half of play. That's not a bad kick. I gave her a little room to work with. Chenno will drive it out of bounds. It will become a corner, though, with 32 seconds to go. Essex with a corner. They've already gotten 1 goal tonight off from a corner. That's going to be top of the box. Take a bounce, come out top, and Blongi will get it. There's Jibo streaking down that far side. Now she's looking, oh, great defense. Stepped in front of her, took it away. Just took away the path and slowed it down. With 9 seconds to go, it's pretty safe to say Rutland's not going to get another goal, and now it's pretty safe to say they're not going to give another one up.
1-0.
So at the end of the first half of play, it's going to be Essex 3, Rutland 1. We'll be back with the second half in this varsity soccer game on Channel 15 Sports. I don't know. I just personally think it's the kind of night where Rutland's got to make a statement here early in the second half, down 3-1. And the last 30 minutes of that first half, let's be honest, Essex really kind of took the play to Rutland. And Rutland did get some sporadic counterattacks, but other than that, Rutland's really got to come back and play like they did the first 10 minutes of the first half. And it's going to be Bond with the touch, trying to drive the ball through. And it's going to come back, and they'll be circled around. Boucher looked, and we'll just boot it far side. It'll be out of play. And Rutland will mark up on the Essex throw-in. Getting game started off, 2 minutes 4 seconds into it. Rutland getting a goal and scoring, making it 1-0. That's going to come all the way back, and it was Blongi with the goal. Essex quickly wants to get the tempo going, get the ball in, and they want to turn the corner and get the cross. We're going to reverse the dribble, bring the ball back to the trailer, well marked. And one thing Rutland's doing very obvious here early on is the marking has come back to being extremely tight and doubling on the ball like they did in that first half, opening moments of the first half. It's going to be pooched up and over, and there's the bump, and Blongi will fight through, and she will force the pass to come up and out. Everything coming back right now for Essex, and there's going to be the layout pass far side. Chen wants to cut it back inside, does, and sends it right on. Perfect pass, and the shot blocked, never got in there, and it's going to become a corner. It's got to be outbound. Yeah, it's going to become a corner for Rutland. So the Raiders, with all that hustle and effort, will get a corner. Emily Bond's going to strike the ball for Rutland. The win not a factor tonight at all. And a good crowd now has finally filled into the contest. So Bond and Rutland would love to ring one up here on this corner and just... It's in a good spot. It's loose, it's loose, it's loose, and it's going to be cleaned up at the last second by Essex. Rutland just could not get a white shirt near the ball there. And then the return pass back to Bonifigli, and it comes back, and Herbert would step up to challenge. McGrath will dump it up and over, the little shove from behind, and Roy will just turn to the inside, send the ball through. Jibo a toe away from able to cut through and get inside. Herbert looking and getting the ball right back, and yep, lost it. That's a shame. She got a break when her pass went off from the leg of the Essex player, came right back to Herbert, and then she just kind of lost the ball a little bit too far out in front of herself, out of bounds. So we'll have a kick now coming up for the Hornets. Oh, we have a throw. That's right, it was out of bounds. Okay. And that will be White throw the other way. That's going to be the call, and we will have Kat McGrath, number 23, one of the captains, step up here, and she's a captain along with Alyssa Roy and Heidi Robbins. And right now, just Essex just really asserting themselves here, getting to the ball a little bit speed-wise. I'd say Essex, a little bit of the quicker team out there. Rutland's had that exposed a couple times tonight, but Claire Moss had a very good first half. 3 goals or not. She made some great saves, and that's going to be turned, fired, not out. Comes right back to Essex. And there was, you know, not to sound like a hometowner, that third goal did have a pretty fortunate bounce come their way. This is looking bad for Rutland. There's the kick, and oh, another great save by Moss, and there's the follow-up in the goal. She made a great save, and nobody marked up for the Raiders, and the trail player, just like in hockey, coming in, the third person in, makes it 4-1 Essex over Rutland. And a lot of celebrating, but I just can't see her jersey number to tell you who she is. And it's Leclerc, number 5, with her second goal. So she's got a goal and an assist tonight. As Natalie Leclerc, just a sophomore striker, having a big night on the road at Rutland under the lights as it goes 4-1 Rutland. 3 minutes, 9 seconds into the second half. Well, I think it's about time they throw caution to the wind and go for it. That ball brought wide, and that is going to be corner. Yes, corner kick coming up for Essex. Now they've cashed in on a corner once already, and they got a chance here again.
Goal scored by number 5, Natalie Leclerc, assisted by number 9, Erica Sen.
Okay, I thought Mike indicated a corner. It's going to be a direct kick right here, coming from the spot of the foul. Randy Dewey wants to move in 5 yards closer around to build their defensive walls. You can see the Raiders. Now they got to move back to 10 yards. You always try to cheat up more than 10 yards, but so Essex are with 1 goal here in the second half and a 4-1 lead, trying to add to it. They'll drill it, far post. From the toe of the Raiders, they'll turn fire, and Jibo, who has been smothered tonight defensively after her initial opening moments, had just a slight space to work with, will work the ball up off from Bond to Blonji. Blonji will lay it out, looking for Jibo, and Jibo built quite the reputation last year as a freshman. She's known all around the state now, and people know the mark. Number 19, as close as they can, be as physical as they'll be allowed. Herbert will come back on a reverse, lose the ball on the dribble, and it's going to be, again, a little dew on the field. And the field was soggy at the start of the game, and should be a White throw, and that's what we're going to have. Bond will retrieve the ball, number 15 for the Raiders, as they hold up for the sub. She's going to give the ball back, and we'll have a throw by Kat McGrath.
Number 9, Megan Schindler.
As Megan Schindler, number 9, checks in the game for Rutland. And McGrath will send it up, and that's going to be headed around once. Kicked down on the second touch by the Raiders, and it's going to be popped up. We'll have a 50-50 ball, and great body positioning by McGrath. She's getting behind the play, and Schindler staying on Leclerc, and that ball will come through. And good send here. See if Jibo. She'll turn away at the last second, and she just couldn't get to the ball. And you see a lot of players slipping down now. Like I said, the field is wet, it is soggy, and there is that dew now. It's getting cool out tonight, and good job coming back. Leah Houston playing tough. She'll get back into the play now, and there's going to be the ball dropped right down the middle. Chen, the inside route, will force it wide and get the kick up and out. Nice defensive play by Laurel Chen. And Essex getting a good start back on the track to get this header going. They're going to come in, and they're going for the box, into the box, and it takes a great drop on Moss. Oh, and you know what Robbins did so well there? She didn't let it become a corner. And that's going to be up and high and off the football post. That's out of play. Hit the football goal post. And we will have, with 33:45 to go, Heidi Robbins taking a goal kick. As it's, boy, once that sun went down, let me tell you, it's cooling off quickly here. That's picked off, and then McGrath will send it to Bond, and Bond, strong. She can play it physical herself. She put the defender on her back, got it to Blanche, up to Gibo. Spacing was good there, and then Gibo will be ran out of bounds. And Essex, boy, yeah, they're going to bring it back, but I like the way they want to get things started, get the tempo going. Okay, they want to back up good, oh gosh, 10 yards on the throw. Now they're happy with the spot, and they'll take the throw. Get McGrath there to Robbins, and boy, that was a tough pass to handle, and it gets out into the wrong foot, and Essex will just lay the ball out. And look at this field without anybody coming up. Nobody marked up, and that's going to be a good save, and boy, that's a defensive communications breakdown right there. You cannot allow that to happen against any team. So Claire Moss seeing some hot potatoes come at her tonight. And again, that's the inside route. They've got to get Herbert over. There's the crossover, the shot, and she will make great save, the follow-up, and the goal. Oh, Claire Moss did a beautiful job, on the initial save. But again, Rutland not getting back and taking a trailer on the marks. And Essex is pulling away now at 5-1. And that was a beautiful job of going hard to the net, getting the rebound, and burying it with 32:22 to go in the second half of play. The Hornets in control here at Alumni Field. We see Blongi at midfield, and I believe that's going to be Morgan Gibo with her, and they'll get the possession going. And there's a touch-up, and the Raiders will get right, see Gibo go down, get right back up, great agility, the ball will come back, and then over the top, Essex trying to send the ball, and Robbins will step it up and send the kick right onto the foot of Gibo. There's the layout for Chen, and she just can't get to it. It's a little bit long. Erica Sen with the goal. And Stephanie Frank with the assist. So that's the latest tandem to score for Essex. It's 5-1 the Hornets. And they're going to have the throw right in front of the Raider bench on a cool night here as we turn into the official day of fall now at midnight tonight. Again, the Halloween parade coming up on Halloween, obviously, and they'll be live on Channel 15, and if you miss it live, it'll be aired throughout the month of November, and also the Pumpkin Princess and her court will be crowned live on Channel 15. Same deal, if you miss that, it'll be aired throughout the rest of the month at different tape-delayed dates, and also on November 4th, you'll have the really big show, number 11. It's the United Way talent show that raises money for the United Way of Rutland County.
Number 11, Ashley Boucher.
Whoops, I missed that. Ashley Boucher, number 11, back in the game for Rutland. That's going to go up and out of play. And believe it or not, at one time, Rutland had a 1-0 lead and was actually pressuring consistently down in the Essex defensive box. And since about 10 minutes gone in the first half, Essex has completely stepped it up a whole nother notch here and taken control. That'll be out from Schindler out of play. We'll have an Essex throw, and the Raiders back to mark up. Randy Dewey, Mike Kinsler, the officials tonight doing another fine job. And good defense there as Robbins will all lose her footing, turn around and not panic, kick it wide and wait for Boucher to get there. She'll step into it and put her out the toe at Gibo, and she'll just flip it back to midfield for Leah Houston. Yeah, she had everything going for her, and then it came to an abrupt halt, and there's the ball. Sometimes it's hard to find that little thing up here. As Gibo will watch it go out of play, and Schindler will take the throw. Number 9 for Rutland over in front of the Essex bench. Well, we watched Colchester take a 3-1 win here over the Raiders in a game that Rutland had tied at 1-1 at the half. And again, it was much closer than what people wrote about. It was a loss for Rutland, but they played pretty well in that second half. They were a little gassed, but then I later found out they all went as a team to a concert up at the Essex Fair, and that was a late night for them. Probably not the best thing they could have done. McGrath waiting for the subs before she takes the throw. And then Rutland tying Spalding up in Spalding. In the game they completely outshot and dominated Spalding. And tonight though, gotta give Essex a lot of credit. They're a good looking soccer team. And Boucher got there and threw the play off to the point where it will go out of bounds to the Raiders. They'll move up a good 20 yards. That's what Schindler's coming up 5, 10, 15, 20. And that's going to drop in and be popped up and stays in play, rolls to the inside. They're looking to get the ball from Roy back, and see Rutland's spacing kind of too restricted right now. They're all clumped together, and that brings the defense right in and takes away any passing lanes. And I want to see where they're going to take the kick, as Houston will move it up to the, well, call it the 30. She gets the Bond. Bond goes another yard to the 29. Yep. And again, I mean, no lead is insurmountable. As the Raiders, if they're going to start a comeback, got to get on the board. That's where everything starts, is with a score and a defensive stop. Of course, you can't give a goal. You can't trade goals now. You're down 5-1. They stay on side. Ball squirts free and still being fought for. Gibo, nice job getting tough inside. Had it for a moment, and then Essex clapped around the ball. And they'll work it up to near midfield. They'll turn and be at midfield. They'll go beyond it, and that ball will be dumped back, and Bond will turn away from the pressure. It'll come to Boucher. She'll go to the left foot and look for Gibo, and it's going to be a tough angle, and it's going to be tough play right there. Gibo stepped on the ball and fortunately wasn't injured going down on the play, and we'll have a white throw with 27:49 to go in the second half. Essex 5, Rutland 1. Essex was leading at halftime 3-1, and then they've tacked on 2 goals already, and Gibo, beautiful play. Goes in, goes in, goes in, ball free, looking for a white jersey, and they just can't get there. Spaeth dove out, got a hand on the ball, couldn't control it. The rebound rolled to the right side of the net, and then Rutland will take the throw now with McGrath. Mallory Mollison coming in for Rutland to relieve Claire Moss, who I really think played very well. She faced a lot of one-on-one wide open handshaking with the offensive player's shots, and made some highlight type saves. That's going to come back up top, and Schindler bumping and grinding and crashing. We'll get there first, get it to Boucher. She wanted to send the ball through, and Boucher will go up and get the header. Gibo taking off from the ball, and that'll be a kick for the Raiders. Oh, did he call that on Essex or on Rutland? Oh boy. Well, if you have a right to an opinion, that could be one that was a questionable call, but it'll become a kick for Essex with 26.5 minutes to go. Over the top, and boy, nice job by Schindler getting there, getting tough, and Rutland playing very spirited right now. I mean, you know, you can't call it a night at 5-1. You got to play it out.
For Essex, number 7, Shannon Hennessy.
Hennessy coming back in the game for Essex. She's had a goal. And Corey Gibo, number 2, coming in the game for Rutland. Essex quickly will get the throw and have a roll forward. Essex with the momentum coming in with the reverse. They'll stop, spin around. There's the give from Hennessy back. They want to roll back to go forward. They'll set it up. There's some field to work with. They'll squirt it down the middle. Great pass. There it is laid out. And see the green grass to work with. There's a shot and just wide. Boy, did they walk the ball down and beautiful though. They had patience. They worked it in. They took advantage of all the turf Rutland had given up.
Number 3, Alyssa Pettiani, returning for the Raiders.
And Alyssa Pettiani, number 3, coming in for Rutland. As we will have a goal kick coming up for the Raiders. And this is Heidi Robbins. Boy, stepped up by Hennessy. Really shortened the field. And there's a good drive to get the ball up and out of there. Popped up by Gibo. Blangy will trap it and then lay it out on this side. Oh, nice pass. Gibo is going to have a lot of company in a second. She'll stop. Worked the give and go, kept the give, actually didn't give the go. One goes back to the middle. That's going to be off from the leg of Leah Houston. She'll push the ball forward to Gibo. She'll slip down, and boy, the dew on the field, but also it was pretty soggy at the start of the game. There's a step up by Robbins. And I think she wanted to go a little more air under it, a little deeper in, kind of slid up the side of her foot, and that is a swift move there by Robbins to step up and sneak the ball away. They'll pass it wide to Boucher, and I don't know if she got enough hook on it. No, comes to the near post, grab there by Spaeth, and she'll get set for the kick with just 24.5 minutes left in the evening. I could say in regulation, but I'm feeling pretty cocky right now at 5-1 that I've never seen a miracle. Well, I'm not counting the birth of my kids, but I've never seen a miracle in soccer, 5-1 with 24.5 minutes to go, where a team gets come back. I'm not saying it hasn't been done. I'm just saying I've never taped one. Closest I saw was several years ago, Middlebury-Rutland girls. Middlebury got 3-0. Rutland came back to 3-2. Middlebury got a goal, made it 4-2. Then Rutland got another goal, made it 4-3. And then they just kept knocking on the door late in the game, but couldn't get that fourth goal. It was a great soccer game. But that was overcoming almost a 3-goal deficit. And that's going to be far side, out of play, and blue ball. Hornets will take the throw. And this is a good game for the local soccer fans to watch. McMahon will take the throw. Because we always hear about the north. Well, now you got to see Colchester, now you're going to see Essex, and you can make the decision yourself. And that's going to be, oh, great step up. Who was that? Looked like Corey Gibo. I'm not going to give her credit where it wasn't due. It could have been Leah Houston, but somebody for Rutland played some solid defense there. And Houston in the mix now, and then dribbling out of the pack of Raiders. And still the ball coming free for Essex, and that's going to be Mallison with her first touch, has the ball, and good job of hustling out there, and she'll have a punt now. Not bad. And then Bond headed it forward, and he got to midfield, and then had traffic jam, and the ball will roll back. It'll be taken by Ashley Boucher, and she'll just work it up to Bond. And it's Bond, she's been being attacked by mosquitoes up here tonight. The other night, not that it was funny, but Ken Nelson and I are up in the booth. Here comes Roy. Of course, Ken is the soccer voice for Rutland boys and girls soccer. He does the PA system, the music, does a great job with the introductions and all the information throughout the contest. But we had the back door open to this booth up here because it was hot. I got an injured player down, yep, for Essex, but just to fill in, a bat. Yeah, a bat. One of those gross, freaky things flew into the booth, wouldn't leave. And I tried to run away from it with my headset still attached to the camera, which was kind of funny looking.
We'd like to thank tonight's ball girls, Rachel Convoy.
And then Ken kind of shrieked, kind of high voice, but I mean, it was bad, so it was warranted. And it was funny now, it wasn't funny then. Hopefully this injury will turn into something where it's just a black and blue, or yeah, she's going to get up and watch. Hopefully she's going to walk off on her own power. That's a good sign. That's Amanda McMahon, a senior midfielder, and yeah, that's great right there. You don't see anybody injured in any game ever. The Raiders were ahead 1-0, 2 minutes 4 seconds into the game, and then everything kind of, they played a lot of chasing on defense. They went to the halftime break down 3-1. And it looks like we'll have a kickoff now to establish possession. Or I lost track of the game actually. I don't know if it's a kick or a kickoff, but Randy Dewey kind of hanging out there. They need a sub to come in for the player that was injured. All this happening with 22:19 to go in the soccer game. Essex with 2 second-half goals have extended the lead to 4 at 5-1. And Randy Dewey now gone to the bench for Essex, and so let's get this thing going. Okay, it's going to be a kick for Essex, because I really lost track of where we were, honestly. Between
Substitution number 4, Katie Parks.
cutting off all the mosquitoes up here tonight and telling my story about the bat and the two bozos in the booth trying to run away from it. Goes to Hennessy, and she's able to body it down, get it back to a teammate. That'll roll to the corner in Rutland. That's Pettiani over there, and went off from Pettiani, and it should be a blue throw, and that's what they're going to keep up right now. And it'll go on the far side, and you see the traffic in the background, Woodstock Avenue. And there is the throw, and it'll be settled and controlled, and pass sent back, and they want to run around and get some momentum behind the kick, and Rutland able to bust it up, and that will skip forward. Goes past Blongy, and here's Essex in the middle of the field again, able to navigate it down, and then they're looking for some of that team speed of Essex, so it'll drop in, and Hornets. Nice job by Robbins. Good job by Robbins. As Essex will back it up and get a good start and get the throw. They want to go to the box with the throw, and they did. Oh, it's headed down. It's in the box. It's controlled by Essex. They turn fire through the inline, and Mallison will chase it down, and it's going to be a corner for Essex. So went off from a Raider defender to the far side, and the wind, as you can see by the limp flag, not a factor at all. And with 21 minutes to go, we'll have another corner for Essex, and they've been pretty good on the corners. They've got one goal and a couple near chances that just missed, or a couple near misses on some chances. And There's a step, and they're going to, again, great placement. Nobody marked up. A lot of blue shirts are running free in the box. Now the scramble ensues, and Rutland will clear it up, and nice job. Gibo able to maneuver around in front. Bond will go back. Bond pass will be out of play. She was looking for Corey Gibo, number 2, and the pass just a tad bit long on it. And with 20 minutes to go, we're at the halfway point. Rutland, Essex, non-league game, and that will be a throw. I had to wait and make sure it wasn't going to become a corner. And we will have a throw by Rutland. On the subs right now. So Julia White coming in for Megan Blongy for Rutland. It's Blongy that had the only Rutland goal. And now the throw was intended for Leah Houston, and one of those Essex defenders got out in front of it and knocked the ball down. Houston, who's played very, very well tonight, got the clear, got it to the 45, and there's the follow-up by Gibo. She'll lose her footing, go down, and it'll come right back to Gibo, and she'll just dribble one step back away from the initial pressure. That ball sent down the middle of the field. There's the follow-up by Roy, step late, and Essex just doing what their name said, swarming like hornets out there, and Roy trying to dribble through a double team. Ball will come back, stays with it. Roy with the ball, nice job, will go over the top, and be a little too far, and if that's still Spaeth and net, she will have the save, and we have 19 minutes left in this soccer game. And Corey Gibo, nice link, got it to her. Well, I'm assuming it's her sister. It's Morgan Gibo. They kind of look alike. And that's going to be down and controlled. The Raiders will go back to Julia White, it's Leah Houston, Jerry, number 6. White 7. And Robbins is 18, and that's going to be to the corner. No white shirt there in support. Essex will just dump it up and out, and a nice job by the ball girl on that side, trapping it down. Should be a white throw, and that's what they're going to have. And Padiani done a good job with the throws all year. We'll find a Raider open, goes back to Bond, and can't drive through. Just a quick reaction by the Hornets, shut down what minuscule shooting lane there was there, and now Rutland trying to get back into position. That's Kat McGrath. She got a piece of it to Bond. Nice job by McGrath, and she wants to go sideways. She will to Pediani, and she'll step up, find the seam in the defense, get it through the middle. Chen with a nice little extension pass, and then the follow-up was too long. Now Rutland will have to go back to chasing on defense. And that's going to be down the far side and kicked into the box, and Mallison will appear and pick it up, yes, before the Essex player was being marked very well there by Robbins. And Mallison will give it a good boot. It'll land, and Rutland with a little help get it 5 yards further up, and then it's dumped right back over and offside. 6 offside of the game against Essex, and the first of the second half. And Leah Houston now, a good job kicking the ball tonight. We'll get set for Rutland. Neat little dance she did before she launched the ball, and that was a decent kick actually. Now Essex are really turning, getting the ball and trapping and turning quickly. They get possession and they'll just quickly transition into the offensive end very nicely. Bond brought it in. There's what she wants to do, and can Chen save it? Yes, she can, and she'll come up to Roy. That's going to go down into the box, and Mallison will get it. She will make the little slide stop and then pull the ball into her. And Mallison will elect to take the long lob throw. Geez, she did a good job. That was better than a kick and more accurate. And Gibo. Pass goes cross, and there's the white shirt. Chen reverses. Chen will toe it out far side, and she'll force Essex to boot the ball out of play. And they're saying blue ball. Wow. And with 16 minutes to go, it will become the Hornets in those blue uniforms with that commanding 5-1 lead. With possession, they'll take the throw, and everybody situated will get the throw going now. That was Julia White. To Chen, to Roy, to Bond. Bond went wide, and a nice little pass. Just found a sliver to slide that ball through. Come back to Roy, kick, never got in. Roy follow-up, and did it go off the defender? No, goal kick. There's the call with 15.5 minutes to go. And
Substitutions, number 24.
just a matter of who's going to take the kick for Essex.
Number 11, Carly Fleming. And number 21.
And it looks like they're going to mark the ball, and
And returning for Rutland, number 13, Jamie Herbert.
15-20 left in the game, and here comes Essex. Herbert into the game for Rutland, number 13. That's just popped up. And that's 50-50 ball, and Houston, all spun around Houston to Roy to the far corner. They reverse the field, and there's Herbert coming down through. She'll send it in. Oh, nice job getting the ball to Julia White. White will work it to the inside, knocked down, never got through, and Essex doing a good job taking away any passing or shooting lane. They'll be out of bounds, and I think it's going to be White to ball. And that's what we'll have. So the Raiders will have it right in front of their own bench. And again, never too late to make a comeback, but they really got to get a goal, the next goal, and a goal pretty quickly here. Sent through wide, and they'll watch it roll through the box, and we'll take a goal kick for Essex. Well, on a night that really did start off with a bang for Rutland, Blonge getting the goal 2 minutes and 4 seconds into this soccer game, and Rutland really did do a nice job of possessing and pressuring in the offensive end. But then Essex, you know, a good team like they are, kind of settled down, made the adjustments, started playing their style of game, and they got size, they got speed, and they got a lot of skill, and boy, they're good to watch. And Rutland's had some flashes of excellence out there. And that's going to go, and Heidi Robbins, who's been a busy young lady tonight, will get there. Swivel, turn, fire, put it right into Corey Gibo. She'll settle the trap, and yeah, that's going to be driven back in. And nice toe ball, but it's going to unfortunately be off from Rutland. Leah Houston out of bounds, and we'll have the Hornets take the throw on its near side. That ball sent through, nice knockdown. Robbins will turn off balance, get the pass right up to her teammate, and bouncing around, nobody really possesses it. Now Roy does, and she said enough of this. She's going to go up over the top, and Julia White and Morgan Gibo in the same area at the same time, going for the same ball, and you saw the results, and that's going to be dropped in deep, and Heidi Robbins will bring the ball back around, fight through the defender, and step back up the Raiders. Nice job getting it to Corey Gibo. The follow-up to Leah Houston, and Rutland linking some passes up there to White, coming through to Gibo, and it's just a little bit soft the pass was, and that allowed Essex to react and collapse down on it. We'll have Kat McGrath now, another captain for the Rutland Raiders. And she'll get set, and she'll put the ball up and in, and Corey Gibo was looking for a call that didn't happen, and it would now become Essex with the throw-in. That ball's going to come down inside, and we're going to have Pettiani get there, steer it to the middle of the field, try to go to the outside, and she will get it out. And looks like Jamie Herbert got that under control nicely as she will navigate 10 yards of turf on the dribble, and then her kick was driven off from the Essex player's legs out of bounds, and it should stay Rutland, and that's where it looks like we're having a lineup. There's Pettiani.
Laurel Chen and number 24, Megan Blonge, return.
Megan Blonge and Laurel Chen coming back into the game for Rutland. Nat. A deep throw, Blonge, just a tad late getting there. Blonge with a follow-up. Again, Essex able to get there, win these 50-50 balls, sending over the top, and Hennessy and Houston. Nice battle. Good battle between a couple of good soccer players right there. Now, Pettiani able to get the ball pushed out to Herbert, and she'll toe it up and over, and nice pass. Julia White gives it back to Bond. Emily Bond. Little dance step goes to the outside, and now she'll go down to that far corner. Maybe take too much of a bounce, and it will, and it'll be out of play. And Essex will take the throw with 11.5 minutes to go in the soccer game. See how Bond came up and dragged her foot and made the steal. Just couldn't control it, but it was a nice move to make. And look at the race for the ball. Oh, yeah, Essex showing that speed again. That's Pettiani. Oh, nice job by Pettiani. She might have booted it out, but that was a great battle. Pettiani, I'll give her the win on that one. Deep lob, body down, settle. Herbert will push it up, get it to Blonge. Blonge, turn went to kick, ball wasn't there. Got taken off her foot. Bond with the step up, ball will lay back, and then McGrath will drive it up and through to Chen. Chen pressuring the ball. Chen very agile. She'll be able to make it. She has great makeup speed. You know, she can close a gap on an offensive player and really pressure the ball. Just does a really good job. And this will be Rutland with the throw near side, right in the bleacher side, and short throw, everything marked long. And again, play getting physical, and Leah Houston will turn and look at the ref, and we'll have a throw by Essex. They call for the ball, they receive the ball, and when they let go of the ball, it'll be about the 50-yard line of the football field. Good challenge by Pettiani. And then the pass coming back, another offsides, and this will be Rutland with the kick coming up. And it's a matter, will it be Robbins taking it, or will it be Houston? Or will it be somebody completely different? It will be Herbert taking the kick. She was looking to go to Bond, and Bond slipped, fell. Both players actually kind of lost their balance. Bond went down, and that gave possession back to Essex. Now they'll lay out that little soft pass. Will go out of bounds. Pettiani will pick it up, and I think she'll actually take the throw, but she'll have to wait for the substitutions to come in and get completed with just 9.5 minutes to go on the evening. And the announcement is Ashley Boucher coming in for Corey Gibo for Rutland. And that will be Laurel Chan. She just makes everything look so effortless out there, Chen does. She's just so fluid and smooth a player.
For the Raiders, number 21, Kayla Boucher.
Kayla Boucher, you can see her give Pettiani the high five or the low five. Pettiani played it very well. Boucher back in the game now, and she'll set up and went short to Bond, and Bond will squeeze the pass through, and they'll go down for Blongi. Blongi wanted to bring it back to the inside. Just good defensive position right there by Essex. So still will be Rutland ball. They'll take the throw, and Bond go back to Ashley Boucher. And time she settled and kicked it, the ball will go to the foot of Julia White twice, 3 times. White trying to stick with it, and just all kinds of little battles like that on the field tonight. Essex has done a good job of winning the majority of them. And so Rutland got a whole bunch of league games coming up. Got MAU, got Brattleboro, got Hartford, and have them all for you here on Channel 15 Sports. And they're going to spot the ball for the kick. I'm going to call it round enough, close enough to the 40, and that's where we'll have Essex put the ball into play with that 5-1 lead, getting late in the second half now. That was a good kick. It just didn't find the right foot. And if you're an Essex fan, if you're Rutland, they got some transition going. They get the midfield, it gets bogged down. Nice follow-up by Leah Houston, and then the ball will turn and be carried back in a few dribbles, and there's the through ball. And right now the Raider defense in pretty good position as you see them taking the inside away, and then Robbins will get over there and just drive the ball out on the sideline. That'll give the teammates a chance to mark up, find their assignments, get in position here, and Essex with the throw, and that's going to come down short, be bounced around, and I believe we're going to have yeah, that's what the call. It's going to be Rutland with the kick coming up. They're going to bring it back to Robbins, and she's at the equivalent of the top of the box right there. To Bond, to the head, to the ground. Free ball right now. It's a 50-50 ball, and Bond trying everything she can do, and she does. She gets control of it to Chen, and Chen up and over it near side. Ball will roll gently down, and the Raiders, they're looking for Herbert, and she couldn't pop open, but they do have possession. Chen's going to come out now and take a breather.
Number 10, Alyssa Roy.
As Roy will come back into the game, Alyssa Roy, number 10. You can see that's Kat McGrath down there, number 23. Looking to go to Robbins, who lost control. And they say white ball still. That was a close one to call. They'll go the Raiders' way with the call, and Bond will give chase now. It's Herbert with the help, and that ball will come through. And Houston taking a glance around, but she's got some time to swivel, fire, and square up. Ball will go out of bounds with 6 minutes to go in the game. 5-1 Essex. And for the Raiders, a learning experience, a good experience. Nice job. There was a little confusion there with the goalie coming out, but they turned and got the ball out. No corners awarded. There'll be a throw, and that was Kayla Boucher with a good play. As they're looking to get the throw. Now they're deep enough in possession-wise where they go right at the box. And that's what they do. They get it right to the edge of the box. Body down. Hennessy there. Hennessy, oh, great job using her body to ward off the defender, and they'll come back to the top of the arc. They'll turn, fire, not get it through, knock down. Here comes the Raiders. Up ahead to Blonji, and she'll just pick it out in midair. Nice job of driving the ball by Blonji. She couldn't make the connection with Julia White, but very athletic move. Boy, Essex just does a good job. This pass got away, but they really connect their passes, control the ball very well. Well, the Rutland throw with 5 minutes to go in the soccer game. Morgan Gibo coming back into the ball game for Essex, and that's going to come all the way back up to Houston. Oh, see how nice she just settled that down to Roy, to the back pass, to the spin, to the pivot, and the secondary help there really took away the possession with some nifty moves by Alyssa Roy. And that's going to be to Gibo. Gibo will cross it, headed out, headed around, still there in the box, picked up, and with a little pooch kick, it'll come out to the 25-yard line. It's going to roll to the sideline, and Essex will, that's out of bounds, and it's going to be Rutland throw. I was looking at the official, and he says Rutland throw. Again, Rutland, believe it or not, had a 1-0 lead at one point, and we're looking pretty dapper. Then Essex, just a real good soccer team. You know, that's really what it comes down to tonight, you know, nuts and bolts. I'm a hometown fan, and I wish Rutland could have won this thing. But Essex was just a much better team tonight. That's no criticism of anybody. I mean, you got to just kind of look at the what happened and be honest. Essex, just excellent team. That's going to be put up in the air and carrying, and settle the header, and Robbins will get back. So you're trying to get behind it to get momentum on that snap on the kick, and she does so, and that ball's going to roll out. Leah Houston, I think, has just played an outstanding game tonight for Rutland, and she's still out there battling away. And Essex found a little seam. They're trying to pull away. Roy got in there and interfered with the play nicely to break up that rush into the box this time. Kick will go back. Bond will put the brakes on. So you don't want to overcommit here, especially at this position on the field. And with 3:16 to go, it's going to be Rutland. Kayla Boucher going over there to get a hold of the ball. Back to Boucher, and back to Boucher one more time. This time she'll make the pass up to Gibo, and she'll connect it to Ashley Boucher. Back to Gibo. Tight passing as far as the gap over there. And nice job by Gibo to handle that. And this is going to roll into Essex control and the Hornets. There, the second time they found a way to punch the ball through and get some possession. Robbins with a good play. So Essex just 2.5 minutes away from making a trip down, about an hour and 20-minute trip to Rutland, and they made it worthwhile. And that's going to be yet another offside. And I believe that's number 9 on the evening, but it's really kind of irrelevant now as they pulled away. And it'll be Houston taking the kick again. And that will take a Raider. I thought it was going to be a Raider bounce, but it was misplayed on that side, went out of bounds, and Essex will take control of the throw with 2 minutes even left in the soccer game. 5-1 Essex. So Rutland, so they get set to start marching through their MVL schedule. Like I said, Brattleboro, Hartford, and MAU all coming up on Munger Vision. If you can't make the game live, you can always catch it on Channel 15. And Gibo going to have a throw for Rutland. That's the indication. Been a very well officiated game, I thought.
Please stay outside the fence after the game. Thank you.
And yeah, it's just another throw for Rutland as we're nearing the 1.5-minute mark to go. So the Hornets had that 3-1 lead at halftime, and they're able to come out really quickly, actually, in the second half and bang in 2 more goals, and that pretty much sealed the game up for Essex. And with a minute to go, the Hornets scrambling around will get hold of the ball. They'll have a throw, and on time they let it go, they'll be at midfield. So Essex, last year's state champions, looking for Hennessy, and boy, she's been impressive to watch that line with LeClaire. Rutland with the touch, and then the pass went between 2 Raiders, and that's going to go over the top, and we'll see the race for the ball, and Rutland will win it this time, and they'll go back, and there's the drive. Ooh, that's headed hard back down in the middle, and Boucher kicked it, wants to get back in position. It's not going to make the inline, so it really wasn't a bad play. And Mallory Mollison will make the catch, and she'll have a kick coming up with just 26 seconds left in the soccer game. That'll land and roll, and then a battle through, and nice job by Gibo, still hustling every second out there. Nice job by Morgan Gibo. She got possession to Bond, to Boucher. This is Ashley Boucher. She makes a few moves, sends the ball down, and it'll roll out of play, and that will be the soccer game. And congratulations to Essex on the win. A very good effort by Rutland. And maybe they'll meet again in the playoffs, but the Raiders will come up a little shy tonight, 5-1 to Essex. Get out there, support the student athletes, catch a game live, and always support Munger Vision. God bless America.